Alright, so I got this second 372 XP. This has a running problem. So it starts up, it idles, but it cuts out when you rev it up. So you could hear it just kind of cutting out. And I believe that the problem with this is the ignition module or coil, whatever you want to call it. So I have one right here. I got a number on the side. I gave him the number that was on the original coil. He said that that number doesn't go with this. I don't know. I ended up giving him the number off the plate. And they ordered me this coil from that. So anyway, start this up, show you what it does, and I'm gonna swap the coil. Alright, so what we gotta do is we gotta take the side cover off. So I got these 4 bolts here. They have to take this top cover off, and probably the air filter to get the top cover off. And you got 1, 2, 3. It's like three screws on this, and then we'll be able to get the coil off. All right, so I unplugged the kill switch wire there, and I unhooked a coil cable from underneath this piece of plastic. And we'll wiggle this out. There's that. Plug wire off. Push that through. Oops, sorry. And we gotta get the Allen head screws out of that. So it is a 5/16. Alright, so I need 2 hands. I'm gonna just take these 2 bolts off and put the new one in. What I usually do is I'll take a business card. So I'll put a business card, and then I will stick it in here, and then I'll put this right up against the business card so I get my gap where the magnet is, and that's how I will set the gap for the coil. All right, so I got new ignition module in, got my wires hooked back up, got the coil wire back in there. Put it on the plug. So I just gotta stick my side covers back on. So we'll do side cover here, top cover, air filter, and we'll side it up and see how it goes. Well, so there you go. The shot that I gave you initially at first was a little bit different than what it was doing when I was using it the night that I noticed it was doing that. It was basically, you could hear it cutting out. But when I was actually using it and cutting wood with it, it was just like, it was going dead for like a second. I mean, you could hear it just like kind of, I mean, it didn't die and stop moving, but it would just, it would kind of like kick in your hand, and you could feel it just not firing at that point in time. So, yeah. So, yep, I mean, it could be a spark plug. I would suggest changing your spark plug first. Checking the spark plug before you get the coil. I think the coil was a little over $100. But as you can see, that's what the problem was. Or ignition module, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, if your saw's doing that, could be your ignition module, could be a spark plug. I say try a spark plug first because it's cheaper. But in my case, it was the ignition module. Hope that can help somebody. Thanks for watching.